did North Korea become what it is now? When did it shift to this totalitarian regime that's starving its people and puts people in these classifications? Like, for one example, one of the classifications is if your grandfather or great-grandfather committed some sort of a sin, you are perpetually punished for that. Yeah. Everyone in your generation, your next generation, all of them are guilty.
Yeah, forever. There's no redemption. If the one person commits a crime in that family clan, 3 to 8 generations gotta be purged.
How many generations?
3 to 8 generations.
3 to 8?
Yes. Mostly commonly 3, but the people like who challenge the regime or challenge the leader, then 8 generations get
8
purged.
generations.
Yeah.
And then after the 8th generation, are they absolved?
No, they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Look, by 8th generation, you even kill the in-laws of somebody in-law. So not even the blood you get purged. If your cousin, somebody marrying the in-law of somebody, so there was one official who escaped, 35,000 people were purged. A lot of them, 80% of them, did not even know that they were related to this person.
Wow.
Yeah, cousins of cousins, somebody. That's how they get rid of the root of entire this clan.
When did this all start?
When Kim Il-sung came into power. So he was a big Marxist and Leninist, and he was a communist. So before the Korean War in 1948, that's when he began this in the name of equality, right? Let's take everything back from the capitalist. Let's nationalize the land, get rid of private property. But he made North Korea into very unequal society, dividing people into 50 different classes.
50?
Yeah.
And the way the classes worked, you couldn't marry up. No. Say, like, if you were a higher class and a man wanted to marry you, if he was lower class, you would then become a lower class as well.
That's how they prevent the mixing with the class. So there's no marrying up. You only go down.
So no matter what happens, if you are at a lower class, you stay there forever.
Forever. No chance of moving out of that zone.
And it's not based on merit, it's not based on your performance, it's not based on anything other than the way you were born.
No. This is when I was confused. When I went to South Korea, people say, if you work hard in South Korea, you are going to get rewarded. And that's when I thought, wow, that is justice. Because in North Korea, it doesn't matter what you do, what you want to do, what your dreams are. It's already determined by what your ancestors did. But the thing is, how do you choose your ancestor? Right? Like you can never choose your parents.
And you had no idea that there was any other way to live when you're growing up like this?
Because I never seen the map of the world. I didn't even know like the Americans, how they looked like. Because we don't have internet, first of all. We have only one channel that government, controls every single content. We don't even have a cookbook. That's the thing, as a Korean, I don't even know what cookbook is. I mean, first of all, we don't have ingredients. Like, how do you find 1/2 pounds of pork, scallion, blah, blah, right? So cookbook is like pointless. And not only that, there's no fashion because, we don't have freedom to what we wear. So even when I heard the job called modeling, I was like, what is that? So everything that I learned here is like all new concept to me as a North Korean.
So when you would eat, where would you get your food from?
So the land is government, right? The house is there's no private property, but those farmers working in the collective farm, they smuggle it out and sell it in the black market secretly. So those food if we have money, we go to black market, buy corn, starch, those things. But mostly we just go to mountain to pick up plants, flowers, and like grasshoppers is the biggest protein source for North Koreans.
But the government doesn't provide any food for the people?
I heard they did in the 60s, 70s. But I was born in 1993 in October, and that is right after Soviet Union collapsed. So until then, Soviet Union was subsidizing North Korea's economy heavily, and China did the same. But when they collapsed, they stopped helping North Korean regime. So the regime policy was, if we, as long as keep the 10% alive who are in the capital, our rule is successful. So they were not going to do anything until 90% of population dies.
Wow.
It's still there, same rule they have. Until the 90% dies out, as long as we keep the 10% alive, we are not going to do anything, intervene the
So
starvation.
there's no effort whatsoever to get food to the people.
It's not like effort. They're actually actively preventing people to get resources. Preventing, right now, even last time the Biden was calling Kim Jong-Un, can we give you vaccine? And Kim Jong-un said no. South Korea was calling North Korea last year, there was a big flood. Can we give you at least some medicine? And Kim Jong-un said no, we don't want any medicine.
So because they don't want any aid from the West?
Even South Korea.
Want to keep people as weak as possible.
Exactly. They want us. Today I was on the way here thinking, getting up in North Korea as a child was challenging because every day you get dizzy from the starvation. You get hear noise every single morning when you wake up. It takes 30 minutes to gather your thoughts to able to walk straight because everybody's in that mode of starvation.